Good evening and welcome back to the Fragrance Nook. This is Rose and I am finally cutting my soaps. So this one was created back in September, the last week of September. This is my rosemary patchouli from the Care line. As you can see, it is a soft off-white color, but again, under my Care line, I don't use any colorants unless it is a French clay. And this one here is going to be a sample piece. So yeah, so I don't use any colorants unless it is a French clay, and the French clay always has, a reason for being in there. So yeah, anyway, so my next soap is going to be the lavender soap. And I know a lot of people use the lavender for their skin. Some of them use it just for aromatherapy. I know a lot of people say, oh, lavender doesn't stick. Actually, lavender does stick. It depends on how hot you soap. It depends on the base oils and fats that you're using, or base oils and butters. It depends on at which temperature you go ahead and add in your, this is it right here. I'm gonna cut it on its side because of the lavender buds. I don't want them to create any drag marks. All right, here we go. So this is the soap cut. So these will actually sit for, so these were soaped on September 28th, I believe. So yeah, so they've been in the actual mold for 2 weeks, and now they're going to sit outside of the mold for another 2 weeks before I actually start cleaning them up. And then after that, that's when I'll make sure, oh, we got a little buddy here. After that is when I make sure that everything looks good, looks right, and then I'll start handling them more to take the product photos. So before, I didn't have the soaps individually, like you had to buy them out of a subscription box. But I am going to, with this going into the winter, I'm going to allow people to just go ahead and purchase them by the bar. But understand, when previously, when you bought them in a box, you were basically getting 4 to 7 bars, and you were getting them at $5 a piece. Now that they're being sold separately, they're going to be $7.50. Look at that color. Look at that. So the price will be higher per bar. All right. Ooh, kind of nervous to see. Oh, look at that. Okay. That looks cool. So this is Tahiti Sweetie. And it's showing up really red on camera, and I'm not sure why, because it's not that red. This is how, okay, how it's showing up on camera is actually how it's supposed to look, but that's not the red that I actually have. That's okay. that is a-okay. But it smells so good. It smells like a really good fruit juice. A really good berry fruit juice. And I like that scent a lot. So I don't believe that this will be one that I will blend out with anything else and create a fragrance with. Just like the bamboo sugarcane and aftershave, I just sell those as is because not every fragrance has to be blended. And even though I do love blending, I can appreciate when something is just good enough on its own, you know? And this one, I believe, is one of those that's good enough on its own. It doesn't need anything else. All right, so let's get, I'm gonna move some of these. I'm gonna move these out of the way because I have to move these right quick so I can make room to cut the last two loaves. Nope, I misspoke. I have 3 loaves to cut. I totally forgot I have 3 other loaves. I was just soaking last week. Okay. So, next one up on the cutting block for your pleasure and mien. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Just ignore me. I am feeling silly right now. But I did I did soap a good bit. I'm actually waiting for more supplies to come in. I'm waiting for more supplies to come in because I actually ran through 11 pounds of sodium hydroxide, if you can believe it. So, oh, that's right, I taped this one. So this one right here, I had to tape because the liner was bowing in, and I have no idea why it was doing that. So I had to cut it, or I had to tape it. And now the tape doesn't want to come up. There we go. There we go. So this is from the Monster Mash series, which I know it is late because you're saying it's already October. But you know what? Spooky season, or like spooky horror movie stuff, that is all year long for me. I actually watch horror movies in order to relax. If you can believe it, I actually watch horror movies to relax. Okay, so for this one, oh, look at that. It indented in the actual, strange. Anyway, so this is Enchanted Forest from, this is Enchanted Forest from Rustic Essentials. This is Pistachio from Rustic Essentials. Now, I want to call your attention to this one here, because this is actually in another soap that I'm going to cut tonight, and I want you to see the absolute difference. But yeah, so these soaps here, the Monster Mash, are going to be, oh, look at that. That is interesting. Looks almost like wood grain. Okay. I like it, though. I like it a lot. Yeah. Doing something a little weird, a little funky, but all right. But yeah, so these are going to be in a store that currently sells some soaps of mine. So the entire Monster Mash line, not only will it be online, but for those who live in my state or live in a neighboring state that doesn't mind driving up, or when they come to, you know, get their stuff from the store, and this is a very interesting effect because you would think that I had used another color and I didn't. That's very, very interesting. Huh. But yeah, so Monster Mash, Lichen, which I already have a lot of positive feedback from when I vended at this store last month. I already have a lot of positive feedback about the Lichen fragrance. And I think Bride of the Monster. So I made, I master blended 2 more of the Monster Mash fragrances on, was that Saturday or Friday? Friday. I master blended them on Friday, some of them. And then Saturday I finished it out. But I still have another, I think 15 Monster Mash fragrances. So along with the anti-holiday, which is this one here. So if you saw my video on Instagram last week when I made it, you would see, I thought it would take 2 weeks for it to actually start darkening up, but nope. It is darkening now. And this one is absolutely one of my favorites to make because it is a blend of chocolate espresso. Hold on. Yes, it's a blend of chocolate espresso and chocolate and peppermint and citrus. So you can see the difference in color already, and it's just going to continue to darken. God, this smells so good. It absolutely smells so good. And you're probably saying, well, of course it smells good. You made it. No, I've made some that have been stinkers. I mean, I have absolutely made some that I'm saying to myself, my God, this is not what I blended. What in the world happened? And let's see. There's some that just... So I was told that since this is reindeer poo, I should have piped some of the soap on top to leave in the snow. Because that's what the glitter is supposed to be. The glitter is supposed to be snow. And while I find that funny, and I do enjoy some potty humor, I don't really think that'll go over well. So, but that's okay. All right, and then my absolute last one is Harvest. Now, when I used to make this one back in 2012, 13, and 15, Harvest was always made during the summer, and it was ready in August, because that's where some of the places towards the end of August, going into September, you know, that's when you could go and to the apple orchards and pay and pick your apples and stuff. But this year, or this last quarter, going into this last quarter, I was looking at fragrances that I had not made in years. And I have about 16 that I have not made in years. And when I say years, I'm talking about quite literally, I have not made these since 2015. So at the very least 7 years. So I'm bringing some of them back. I need to line this up so that the apples, oh, this is going to be tricky. I'm going to have to redo my alignment because I have to line this up so that the apples are not cut. Oh, this last apple is going to have to be sacrificed. Sorry, love. So I won't have as many bars for this. I'm going to have to redo my alignment. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. I was saying, what in the world is that? My chopstick didn't get down here far enough to swirl. Okay. All right, that's interesting. Yeah. And again, I have a color gradient here that I only, yeah. So this is out here is pistachio. This in here is enchanted forest. This right here is pistachio. This is enchanted forest. So look at the difference. Look at the difference that the essential oils, because Dr. Jekyll is mainly essential oils. So look at the difference that essential oils make, or certain essential oils, because you already know that patchouli is going to darken a soap. Orange is going to do that as well. Orange is going to tint it orange. And then, but yeah. And these smell really fresh and light. Like, I absolutely love that. These smell very fresh and light. And that's going into the winter. I know people love the pumpkin spice and the autumn leaves, the fallen leaves. You know, the sweet potato pies, the pecan pies, the more gourmand fragrances. But there are people across the U.S., you know, they don't have, you know, the same scents that us people here on the East Coast are going to have. You know, Pacific Northwest might, you know, because of all their trees and everything. And well, almost every state has trees. That's not what I meant. I don't know. I have to do with that little apple. Looks a little weird there. But I should say the scent profiles and the flavor palettes, they hit different, you know. They really do hit differently depending on which state you're in. So, but yes. So those are all the soaps that I have made. I am going to create another 2. Oh, right. I've got some soaps that gotta go in my, and I'm gonna show you real quick. Hold on. Hold on, I'll be right there. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So I am making some miniatures in here, and I think I'm gonna make these to be embeds as well. But I have the bigger, and sadly I only have one. So I'm gonna have to make a smaller soap batch for these. But anyway, but I have 2 of these. So I have 2 of these, and I'm going to make, I have a fragrance called Wake the Dead, and I have another one called Meet at the Grave that's going in there. And then for my Pirates Cove line, I've got 2 of these. So I've got a couple that I'm working on for that as well. I'm so excited. Oh, and then for this is the Enchanted Forest. And this is absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. If you like what you see here, definitely subscribe, like, tell other people about it. And leave a comment, ask a question. I'm always open for comments and questions. Anyway, everyone have a great night. Goodbye.